Hello everyone, this is Salman sir here with the new chapter DNF block elements. In this video, this is the first video of DNF block element. In this video, we study transition element and inner transition element. Transition element is placed between S block element and P block element. Transition elements are placed in 4th period, 5th period, 6th period and 7th period. Transition elements present in 3rd group to 12th group. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th group according to the modern periodic table. In 4th period, scandium to zinc, it is called first transition series. In 5th period, Y to CD cadmium called second transition element, and in 6th period, lanthanum and cerium, that is atomic number 72 to mercury Hg80. These are third transition series. And in fourth transition series, start from 89 and 104 to 112, that is Un by M. Now here, this is the first transition series, that is scandium to zinc. Here you must know the electronic configuration. Electronic configuration will help you to define transition element. How it will help you? If you will do the electronic configuration according to the SPDF, modern electronic configuration, you find that those elements, they are having last two shells incomplete. Last shell, that is called valence shell, and just before the second last shell, we can say that is called penultimate shell. The valence shell is incomplete, penultimate shell is also incomplete. The last two shells incomplete elements are called transition elements. Is it okay? Transition elements have some unique property also that also associated with its definition. Okay, transition elements have last electron in D subshell. Transition elements having last two shells incomplete, and transition element shows variable valency. Is it? Now it shows colorful compound formation. They form complex compound. They are having catalytic property. So many properties are associated with this. Now inner transition elements. Why it is called inner transition elements? Because it is found between transition element. Now see here, between lanthanum and atomic number 72. So 57 to 72, between these two atomic number, 14 elements, 58 to 71, 14 elements are placed in lanthanide series. After lanthanum, so it is lanthanide series. After actinium, 14 elements present in actinide series, that has two very important compounds, that is thorium and uranium. Now you can see here, inner transition elements didn't get the place in main periodic table. It is kept out of the periodic table, so it is still a limitation of modern periodic table. Why inner transition elements are kept outside of the periodic table? Is it okay? Now one more thing we can say about the transition elements, that is what? Those elements having last electron into n-1 d subshell. N is the principal quantum number. That is the maximum value of principal quantum number in the atom. Now n-1 d subshell are called transition. The last electron present in n-1 d subshell, then in that case it is called transition elements. And those elements having last electron into n-2 nf. n-2f means what? N is again the maximum value of principal quantum number. That is n-2f means in the third last shell we are talking about. Here we are talking about the second last shell. Now if F is present in third last shell and electrons are filling in that subshell, it is called inner transition elements. Now we are going to know more about transition element with the help of electronic configuration. Now here SPDF electronic configuration is in front of you all, right? SPDF electronic configuration for transition element, you see that the atomic number 21, that is scandium, have atomic number 21. Electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2 and 3d1. So where is the last electron? Last electron in d subshell. So it is the definition of transition element. Now second definition is what? You see that K shell have 2 electron, that is the maximum capacity. L shell has 2 electron, that is the maximum capacity, 2 plus 6, 8 electron. Now M shell, it have 2 plus 6 plus 1, that is 9 electron. So M shell, which is the third shell containing 9 electron, and the fourth shell, N shell, carrying only 2 electron. So third shell is incomplete, fourth shell is also incomplete. The last two shells incomplete, that show it is a definition of transition element. Ti, you will say that 4s2 3d2, 4s2 3d3 in vanadium 23. Chromium is an exceptional case where one electron from 4s transfer into d to make it more stable halfly filled electronic configuration as compared to d4, and shifting is possible due to less energy difference between s and d shell subshells. Now Mn25, that is 4s2 3d5, Fe26 4s2 3d6 with argon, cobalt 27 argon 4s2 3d7, nickel 28 argon 4s2 3d8, copper again exceptional case, it should be 4s2 3d9, but it is 4s1 3d10 because one electron shift from 4s to 3d to make it more stable fully filled configuration, and the shifting is possible due to less energy difference between S and D subshells. Now if we are talking about zinc 30, that is 4s2 3d10 with argon electronic configuration, argon 4s2 3d10. Now you can see here penultimate shell is complete, means 3d10 means what? If 10 electron in D, what will happen? 2 plus 6 plus 10, it will be 18, so third shell will be completed. So if zinc have third shell, penultimate shell completed, so it will not be fitted into the transition elements definition. So we can say it is not a true transition element. So with zinc, cadmium and mercury are also having the same configuration, similar configuration, so it will not be the true transition elements.